My left is no other stranger. He was here last week in the studio discussing some other issues, trending issues in Liberia. But today our topic is different. If you can see the caption. By the way, please go on. Okay, look at the topic there, but also please look on the left hand side of your screen. Go on YouTube. Please subscribe to our channel, the Action Required Media channel. Hit the subscribe button so that whenever we are out here live, you will be able to get our content. Also on Facebook, if you are watching us, please like and share our content, our material, right? But let me go again and introduce my guest here with me. From my immediate left, I'd like to let the guy talk for himself. Mr. Young Man, welcome to the podcast of Action Required Media. People want to know you, my brother. Talk.
Yeah. Thank everybody. Samuel Titus Skruma.
Speaking the mic, brother.
Yep, this is Samuel Titus Skruma.
Welcome. And on my right is another philosopher, a historian, and also a man who knows much more when it comes to family marital issues. I will not go ahead and you know him. Very popular. A big stamp sports figure in our country. I'll let him introduce himself again. My brother.
Oh, my name is Christian Zibo, and thank you for having me.
Thank you. Again, please like and share the show. 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 Blamo, let me give greetings to a few of our watchers, our viewers. Blamo, my brother, thank you. Ellen, again, thank you for watching. Please like and share the show. Like and share the show. And also, like I always say, if I'm audible, please give me a thumbs up. If I'm audible, if I'm loud enough, please give me a thumbs up. If I'm loud enough, please give me a thumbs up. And also, if you want to be a part of our conversation, daily conversations, please go into my inbox, send me a message, and I'll also try to bring you on and let's discuss issues. Again, welcome to the podcast of Action Require Media. Gentlemen, how are you?
Well, doing good.
Happy Sunday, how are you?
Hey, super. Can't complain.
So like I always say, I would like to give a big thanks to the behind the scene crew. I'd like to give a big thanks to our CEO, Joseph Brown, the CEO of Action Required Media, and my own little man behind the scene, that's Leo Jr. Thank you guys for making this possible. But let's get into the conversation. I know people saw the title and was wondering. The question here, guys. Let me ask you, Titus. I'm not going to say can, but let me ask should, right? Yeah, open the concept. Should a man marry one wife? Listen. Should a man marry one wife? In your opinion.
I mean, it depends. The geographical location and the culture.
Be audible a little bit, right?
I mean, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, your back is good. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
So it depends what your culture accept and what's your location. You know.
So
But if I'm speaking for myself,
yeah.
I plead the fifth.
Hey, you plead the fifth. Mr. Zibo,
Oh, well.
should a man marry one wife?
Oh, well, I would say, like my colleague said,
African man.
based on where you're from, looking at the society, I think it depends on the society we find ourselves. But ideally, I would say for my setting, I don't think it's.
I mean, don't be afraid. You're giving your opinion. Yeah, yeah.
It's something that a man has to marry one wife.
Uh-huh.
I from my background, it's uncertain.
All right, guys. This question is also being posed to you as our watchers, right? We will be speaking from a man's perspective. Maya Foki, my brother, should a man marry one wife. So if you asking me, I would say no.
They shouldn't.
No.
Okay.
Should a man marry one wife? I said no.
Okay. Now.
Then you gotta ask me which context I'm speaking from, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, we're listening.
So why I said no? Everybody need help. Everybody need help. Huh? Brother, as an African man, you were talking about based on where you're from, and I know you didn't want to attempt the tradition. But brother, you know what brought peace to our parents back in the day? And people who know me to be a pastor speaking on this thing and saying no, they will be surprised, but that's what I like to do. We bring excitement to Action Required Media and speak the bold truth. I said no. Now you ask me why I said no. I go back to today's marriage, the ones that are working, compared to yesterday's marriage, the ones that are working. If I will ask you, Brother Christian, yesterday's marriage, which was your father's den, to today's marriage, where is the highest divorce rate? Then and now. And then we'll get into the conversation, guys. Welcome to Action Required Media.
yeah.
Talk to
I mean,
me.
somehow I would agree with you, but looking at our society and looking at where we find ourselves today, one may say that it is not ideal.
It's not
It
ideal.
is ideal, sorry.
Okay.
It is ideal for a man to marry multiple wives because of where we find ourselves today.
Okay.
Point of just to raise some point here. Those days when our parents had their wives, look, for me, I'm from the. I know my uncle had multiple wives.
Okay.
Okay. At that time, those people were happy. There were no divorce. He had as much wife he wanted to have. I can recall once in Liberia when our president Chancellor once said that you can marry as much you can if you're able to support them.
I mean, that's the law in Islam
Okay,
too.
so,
You gotta be able to give them equal love.
So if you can afford to take care of the wives you have, it's better because if you look at the society we find ourselves, how many married men are committed to their home? Okay, let's
There
look
you
at
go.
it from the biblical aspect. We say, okay, yeah, you cannot be married to a woman in a home and then you're cheating on her outside.
Yeah.
Who are you
No,
blindfolding?
I got a question for you. What do you call cheating?
Cheating is where the Bible says you should marry one wife, but then you leave the wife to go.
Where can you
I'm coming,
specifically
I'm
tell
coming,
me
I'm
where
coming.
in the Bible that says you should marry one wife?
Christianity wise, it is allowed that a man is entitled to one wife according to Christian doctrine. So the Christian
So will
doctrine-
you so will
I'm
you
coming
agree
now.
will you agree with me that every man after God had in the Bible that you quoting, none of them have one woman?
Christian doctrine
I
says
like
that.
where this is going.
No.
I'm
What
coming.
Christian doctrine? What in the Christian doctrine that says that? So what will you say? The pastor is married, but he's sleeping with the choir director.
That's what I'm about to tell you now. This is what we're saying because you cannot blindfold God. You are blindfolding yourself. Many pastors, many members say, okay, I'm
No.
married. Give me a chance, my brother.
No, let me get hold you
You
right
will not
there.
give me chance.
When we come into the marriage, just leave that Christian and go
No,
out of
no,
it.
you
Because
cannot leave it.
God purpose for marriage, there is one only one thing
What is
in
the
God purpose of marriage. God purpose and plan for marriage. He don't give a damn about you or the woman. God only plan for the marriage is for you to multiply this earth
How
and
will
for
you-
the children to be happy.
Okay, so when you multiply, you have many wives.
All
That's
right.
what it says.
Let's have some balance here, right?
You need to give me
I
chance.
don't-
The man
what-
called me. Let me learn my point.
That crossfire.
Nah, but
No, but let
you
me
don't bring
learn.
that.
But hold on. Finish your point.
Okay, my point is that when you go to the altar and make that vow, you are making a vow for better, for worse, right? That instill that you as a man, you are putting on the ring to this woman as your wife, and you are to be with this woman all the rest of your life.
Good.
But then at the end of the day, instead of you fulfilling the vow, you leaving the home, creeping out there. Different girl. But at the end of what I'm trying to say is that in order for you to not be pretending to God or pretending to yourself, this is my point of saying no. Then why not you get multiple women?
All right.
Which
Take 1 minute on that, then I come back in and balance the conversation. Go ahead.
Can I just say something that will baffle you? Eh? I know we all with Christian will symbolize the Christian marriage, you know. But do you know that God doesn't even recognize that Christian ceremony?
Why would you say that?
Because it's biblical. Every marriages in the Bible was when you go and meet the people, the woman family. There was no marriage in the Bible that you see they go stand to an altar and bless both of you. You go and meet the woman family. So basically, these ceremonies, that's paganism too. I can look at it like that. Because the only marriage that God honor is when I go to the woman family and the woman family accept me.
That's
You're married right there.
This is what we have tradition, Western marriage.
Okay, good.
Okay,
good.
so
In traditional marriage, you talking about tradition. Traditional
No.
Traditional marriage is where our people go, you make that, you go to the family people, in Liberia, for example, we do two type of marriage. I would say two because some people go and do the traditional marriage, and some people stick to the traditional marriage. You can do the traditional marriage, which is allowed. You can marry the woman traditionally, and that will stand. But then to just make it like a symbol, where Western way, like the Western one, is where we go to the church and start doing all of those family marriages.
So will you agree?
But traditional marriage is where you go to the woman family.
Hold on 1 second. Let's not lose the topic.
Yeah.
We're going to traditional marriage now.
Yeah.
Let's not lose the topic.
Is on.
Should a man marry one wife? For me, for you, based on religion, you said no.
I said yes, but based on the Christian doctrine.
Don't base, right? We will get to the religious part about it, right?
But first of all, why would Christian even bring Christian religion where it's in the church? There are more divorce, there are more fornication, there are more disrespectful
it's important,
for marriages and things.
That's when the point I said no. Man should marry more than one wife.
Listen, we are building stage by stage, right? So you are taking the stance of a no.
Yes.
And you maintain it.
I will maintain that.
I took the stand of yes. Men should not marry one wife, right? Now we will build the conversation. Now you said
it depends.
It depends.
The circumstances, the culture, and things.
Okay. In 2 minutes, and we'll take it like this, right? In 2 minutes, based on what circumstance that you are talking from, or you are referring to, right? In 1 minute, 2 minutes, just give us brief, no crossfire. We'll listen to you, and we'll take it step by step, and we'll build it, and then we'll take it to religious.
Like I say, it depends. Your background, right? Your beliefs, your culture, right? So maybe like our ancestral belief. When I mean ancestral belief, our African beliefs, not Christianity, not Muslim, not nothing, but our African beliefs, right? It was noted that our forefathers had more than one wife, right? And they lived happily ever. And guess one thing that was in those marriages? The man lived longer. You know why the man lived longer? Because for every time, if this other woman is not ready, the other woman is ready. And having sex for a man is a health issue. You get one woman, you can't. You're supposed to do your thing. She said she's going for fasting 100 days. Who the man supposed to sit down there for 100 days and wait for you? And all that thing just claiming inside you and any chronic and things. And then when you low, you start getting sick.
Getting interesting.
And you know,
okay.
My man, too much sperm in you, that cholesterol, your cholesterol will get high.
No,
hold on.
And when the cholesterol is high, it will kill you.
Thank you. Once again, guys, please share and like the show. On YouTube, we are at Action Required Media. Please share and like the show. The show is taking a different twist, different turn. Thank you, brother. You just made a point. He went straight traditional. So you saying no, a man shouldn't marry two wives?
Yes.
Or more than two women.
You know,
So defend. If you don't want to go religion, then you can defend that.
Yeah, I'm telling you that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Marriage is a union that is blessed by God between two persons, the man and the woman. What God has blessed, it stays blessed. But don't get me wrong, I know there are a couple of marriages that you say people not happy, you're talking about spring. Marriage is not all about having sex. They are better to marry than get sex. There are so many things in marriage other than sex. Nobody say you're not allowed to have sex.
Sit down, keep
in your
it in you
marriage.
and see.
You can have sex in your marriage, but if you marry to a wife who is happy with you as a man, she won't mind having sex with you. Look, you can't tell me say there are nobody in this world that married to one wife that is not satisfied. A lot of couples are satisfied; they are happy. It's not all about sex.
No, my
It's
man,
it's a blessing from God. You don't have to, it's not about, okay, you having multiple women that you got to go do. Okay, send the woman say no today, you got to go to the next woman, you got to go to the next. Do you know the impact of those many women you have in your life? Number one, you talking about cholesterol. Cholesterol is not all about that. You got diseases all attached to it.
Thank you.
How often are you gonna please those women you're talking about?
Can I ask you a question?
How?
All right, let me
He
go there.
said, I need to get my time. You give me time. Let me speak my
Okay,
let me
okay,
speak my
got
time.
30 seconds. Go ahead.
So you have to look at it from that point and say, look, okay, I'm married, I'm entitled to my wife, and if you're doing the right thing as a man to your wife, there is no need for that woman to not give you what you want. You have to be sincere with the woman.
All right. Thank you. You see, you got a question for him?
Yeah.
Because when I come in, then we'll fire him straight.
Yeah.
Asking your question.
You say you got to be sincere to
your
the
spouse.
to your woman, right?
Of course.
Guys, yeah, please share the show.
So let me right now attack the Christian marriages.
Oh, are we going to Christian?
No,
you
because
go
that's what you basing on.
Okay, yeah.
You started.
And you know that's what you basing on. And I will tell you, 99.9% of the Christian wives, right? They deprive their men.
Go for it, my brother. Go for it.
No, it's you. It's you.
Go
So
for it.
I will ask
Take
you
it
this.
personal, my
I will
piggy, go
ask you
for
this
it.
question right now. Have you ever had a relationship? You stick to that one relationship that you won't go outside before.
No, but you're not answering.
I ain't say no before your marriage.
No, you're not going to get out. No.
Before
No.
my marriage.
Let's not
No,
go personal.
no. Let's listen to him.
No, let's not go personal.
Listen now. Before my marriage, we were all out there. We were socializing.
You don't have to answer the
But-
question the
no,
way
I'm
you're
coming, I'm
asking
coming.
you.
But since you make that vow to God that as a married man,
This is
you-
why
listen now,
I said before your marriage. We're not
Yeah,
talking about your
no,
No,
marriage.
but let's not go personal. Let's not go personal.
listen now. If you try to attack me personally about my personal life,
No.
I will answer that question. When you want to do it. As a
Give
young,
me a
listen,
second.
as a young man growing up and being a football player, we know we are footballers. We are very popular. I was a captain for my university for 4 years of college in Zimbabwe.
Right.
And at the time, we had girlfriends. We had
Okay.
people, which is a young, like any younger child.
Yeah,
is
living your
coming
long-
up,
your
you
young
should do
life.
your social life and
So
have
you had
multiple-
your
But
first
listen
girlfriend,
now,
right?
listen now,
No,
listen.
you had your first girlfriend, right?
It's not my first girlfriend.
Okay, no. I'm talking about when you're
Listen,
captain
we
of
are
that
talking
team.
about marriage. We're not talking about girlfriend.
No,
here.
right now I say before your marriage. Right now you said when we were young, when you was a captain 4 years for Zimbabwe college or university. You had the first one you met, right?
Okay.
So you telling me that she wasn't good enough
No, it doesn't matter.
that
Listen
make you to
now.
go to another one.
No.
Okay, listen.
No.
It's
You're
not about whether she was good enough.
I mean,
or-
I
Okay,
rest
see
my
yourself,
case on this.
Wait, Joe,
Pause,
wait,
pause.
let
No,
me
pause. So listen, right? We are having a civil conversation. Let's be moderate, okay?
He
I know-
trying to personalize
No,
it, like, you know.
listen.
No,
right?
you bringing the Christianity thing. And I
Yeah,
can
but
tell
that's
you,
why-
I can tell you, 99% of the Christian marriages divorce
No,
is from the
where
woman.
you get
Okay,
your statistic
okay. So
from?
listen now.
It's factual.
Yeah, listen.
No, there's
Yeah,
You
no
got
statistic.
Google right there.
There's
Listen,
no
I will
statistic
ask
that
I will ask
tell
a
you
young man
that.
to mute your mic.
So
Tyler,
is
hold on now.
okay.
No,
Go
but
ahead.
there's no statistic that
Guys.
say 99% of marriage that
Guys,
don't happen there. No.
listen. The show is fine, but we also want to listen to what our viewers are saying about us. Let it not be the causing noise. Okay? Let's be very moderate. So, should a man marry one wife? You said you took a very good point. You took a very good position. He took a very good position, and both of y'all are coming from a different angle to defend your point. I took a position to say no. When you don't even allow me to go through it already crossfire, I'm liking it. It's nice. But let me just say something, guys. Please share the show, like this show, and share the show. So I made a reference where I followed you when it comes to tradition. I said divorce rate those days was lesser than now. My point here is, what were they doing right that made the divorce rate low?
Because there was no Christianity.
I come in. What made?
Oh, you say there were no.
Oh, guys, you have wait now. Let me get my time now. What made it right or wrong that the divorce rate is so high? So, from my personal research, I'm not bringing religion into it, because what most people would be surprised to know is that I'm a pastor defending what I'm defending, but you're giving me the chance to go through what I'm saying. What made it right, or what worked for our forefathers those days? From speaking to a lot of y'all know me, I'm a young man, an old man body. I like to speak with older folks, people who have been married for 30, 40 years. Then, what worked for them? And half of the time they will tell me, my picking, if you get one wife, you will die early. That from that point. Mm-hmm. But when you listen to all of what they are saying or they were saying at that time, brother, this man is saying he got 4 wives. I come in. Y'all will make your point. And that's a good thing about being host of a show. You got your time. Right? The guy is telling me traditionally, as an African man, this is away from the Bible now. As an African man, what made it work for them? Because the first wife, there are situations and conditions. The first wife who cannot born, because she wants to keep the lineage of that man going, she will advise the man, thank you for marrying me, but I see that I can't even born. Can I introduce a second person? I'm coming, right? Then you find that they were in agreement. It was peaceful. The first wife went and brought in the second wife started burning, and so forth, and the men. It lived peacefully ever after, right? But I'm not saying peaceful as in there was no argument in there. And you find out the agreement was there. As a matter of fact, you find wife 1 and find wife number 4, they were friends. So it worked for them those days. This is outside religion. I'm talking tradition. Tradition is different from religion, right?
That means we have to narrow the topic.
So now,
because if you look at it from a global perspective, you're talking about those days, you're talking about tradition.
But that's why I said,
now it still works.
That's why I gave the answer that I gave.
So that means we have to say in Africa. But
no,
look at the
here.
whole universe. If we're talking about globally,
listen, you know, in
we
this
have
country,
7 continents. There are other people in America, other countries like Australia, other places. You cannot, if we want to narrow the
we don't live in those places, except if you may have done your research for those.
That means we have to narrow it now to say in Africa. Which I know in Africa, it's not everybody that supports.
The man just said based on where he's from, and you said based on where you're from, and where you're from is Africa. That's why I'm narrowing it down.
So we're narrowing the topic to Liberia.
No, Africa.
Okay, now everywhere in Africa.
But brother, look at the question. The question said should or man. So it could be men from anywhere. But now if you want to narrow it down.
Even in Africa, it's not everybody got tradition.
I agree. No, everybody from a traditional background in Liberia, Africa. Everyone is from a traditional background.
But not every tradition support two.
Now you're making your point. But you can say. But the point I'm making, tradition was able to accept that you could do that. But religion, Christian religion, frowned upon it. That's why when this man made a comment that the people in the Bible, now when you speak to me as a preacher, I will go to New Testament and Old Testament to disqualify this whole conversation. Right? But when you say your religion frowned upon that, meaning you are outside tradition, that's when now I will follow you too. But am I saying that because I agree to say yes or men should, that means I would want to do it? I'm just telling you, when you look at the previous example, me, I want to live long. But my tradition my new religion that I've come into now, frown upon it. So now that's where my brother saying all the old people then that were in the Bible. I know you're going to Solomon and David or the rest of the guys.
Look,
Okay,
they say
so
the men after God heart.
Can I come in? Okay, can I?
So
come in?
let me get Brother Christian and then
Okay.
let me get Brother Christian.
You know, to every action there is equal and opposite reaction.
Yeah.
If you saying that it is okay for a man to have multiple wives, will you be okay when a woman to have multiple husbands as a man? Will you be able to accept your wife having too many men outside there, the woman you pay money for? You go to tradition, you say, okay, but look at this thing. All the tradition marriage you're talking about, the marriages you're talking about, culture. Most of the children in those marriages, they are not for that one man. Do you know how many person is helping you?
But who
You
told you your
do you
pastor
know-
that get
do
get
you
only
know-
your man said I get
Let the man
one
not
man.
come
You
in. Let
you
the
show
man-
Tyler, hold on. Tyler,
you
hold
show
on.
we
Tyler,
all
hold
we
on.
are what part children.
Tyler, hold on now, my man.
Do you
Let me say
know
over.
all the children you have from no traditional marriage, you call men having so many wives? Do you know how many persons loving to these women? And if you even go and check the DNA of those children, they are not even yours, because at the end of the day, okay, let me give you an example. You are a chief, you got more than 5 women in the house.
Yeah.
Today you're sending the woman on the farm there to go make farm with another
Somebody
man.
sleep with her.
Somebody there having
So are
sex.
you telling me in Christian marriages
No,
now?
I'm coming now. In Christian marriage, you don't do that. That's why
Who
it's good to
told
have-
you so?
No, you
Hold on.
You know
So
how many
you-
Let the
how
man
many
not-
Hold on.
women they try
No,
the
I'm
pastor
not cutting
sleeping
you
with?
off, but I
Let
just want to
me
interject a
learn.
little bit, right? I want to come in. So you are saying now, traditionally the women could go there and cheat.
Oh yeah, but there is no way as a man who.
No, I don't want you answer me. Your traditional based on your point now.
Yeah, my point is.
But religiously, religion, the women they can't cheat.
Listen, do not pull.
I'm putting words in your
Yeah,
mouth.
but
I'm
listen,
asking you.
You guys, listen. Let me come in. My point. Let me
This
land
is
my
interesting
point.
here.
You said that it is okay. It is okay.
My stand, yeah.
Yeah, you say it is okay.
Yeah.
For a man to have multiple wives.
more than one wife, yeah.
Okay, if
Yeah.
you say it's okay, I'm saying that it is not okay.
But then you
Brother?
digging yourself in a hole that you
No.
can't come out from.
I will come out of my hole. You can
From what I understood from you, my brother, and this is crossfire
yeah,
now, right?
impact. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you looking at it like it is okay for a woman to have for a man to have multiple women. But my question to you is, what about a woman having multiple men?
We're not talking about women right now.
Why not?
But it says to your man.
Man, yeah.
But then you gotta look, because if you say it's okay for a woman, for men to have multiple wives, but then you looking at the point that can you satisfy more than 5 women?
Okay, forget about that. Titus, jump in.
Okay, brother Christian.
Please share the
Like-
show, guys. Share
Like
the show.
when the show started, when they asked me, I said depend the region. As a matter of fact, there are cultures that allow one woman to marry multiple men. You know that? It's practiced in Kenya.
There's a culture too that says
Hey, no, listen,
she can marry is not allowed.
that's what your Christians say.
It's not
But
not Christian.
but it's okay. It's okay for your wife you marry to respect her male pastor. Then you the husband in the house. That's cheating.
But why
If-
you mean,
no,
my
listen,
wife respect me
listen,
and
listen.
No, but don't say my wife. Listen.
No, I'm speaking in
No,
general, not
no,
you
you
now.
said my
okay,
wife.
I take it back, but I'm speaking
Yeah.
in general.
My wife
But,
respect me,
you
so
know,
she should respect her pastor.
no, I say in the Christian home, it's okay.
In
for
which Christian home?
Look, we seeing the thing every day, man. Why you
All
not?
right.
It's okay for a Christian wife to respect her pastor and her man, calling him daddy, laying on the floor, will even prepare food for him. But the man at home is not even being taken care of.
All right,
Is that a question?
let's wind down the topic. Let's wind down the topic.
Is that a question you're asking me?
Yeah, I say
let's-
it's okay.
Let's wind.
Do you know? Let me come in. May I ask a question?
Okay,
Let me
guys,
hit that
guys,
point.
don't
Let me
cross.
answer
Don't
it.
cross. I will not cross. let's take one minute
Yeah,
on this
let me
and then
answer the question
listen
my
patiently.
brother just
We got another
asked.
topic to jump on real quick.
When there's a reason why some women behave the way they behave to their husband in the home. Because when you marry that woman, when you spend all your money, you pay all that big wedding and all of that, you make the luxuries you feel you could do, that woman was subject to you. Do you know there are reasons why women behave the way they behave to their men?
Man,
You talking
come on,
about,
man.
oh, it's, because the thing
Tell
that
us,
is,
man.
sometimes it's based on you, the man.
Tell us, let's be professional, my man.
On
Otherwise,
you,
we'll
the
not
man,
have you on the
because if
platform,
you as a man, you are committed to your wife, you are married, you are committed to your wife and responsible as a man to your wife.
Hold on. Once again, guys, thank you for
You will
staying
not
tuned.
be able to. That woman will not be able to do the way she's behaving to you in the home. So you should look at it from that perspective. Some women, you can't tell me say that all women can go out there or all marriages have problems. I doubt that. There are some women. Look at the children you born in your house. You got you from a Christian home. Let me look at it from a Christian home, even traditional home. Not every Africans have many wives in their home. Some people from a one-parent home, and those children are brought up in a good way. They live in a good society. They are very successful out there. But if you, the man, cannot take care of your responsibility as a man, and you're trying to be all around the place, it will have the woman no option to do what she has to do.
All right, thank you. Hey, tell my other guest when he come back, you gotta follow the host. Yeah, don't. We got people watching us. You can't be flipping and jumping off the set, and we want to attract good viewers. So people, I would just say thank you for watching. Please stay tuned. The conversation is very good. Yeah, I'm talking about you, my brother. Yeah, let's be civil, right? Because everything you did just was captured on live, and we don't want to portray that. But anyway, he just made his point. He can make a point.
Look, man, hey, I would say this for free, right? The most divorce in the world now is from Christianity. Why? Because if you look at me, I pay this woman dowry. I pay the bills in the house. For Christ's sake, I am even your father, because the Bible says a man will leave his father and his mother to click onto his wife. And guess what? I'll go to your father and take his name off of you. So the authority the father have over you, he just bestowed on me that authority. So what will I do as the husband for you to go and disrespect me for your pastor? Is that biblical? I haven't seen it in the Bible. And any pastor that will encourage his or man, wife to not even fix breakfast for the husband, but fix breakfast for him. Don't even call her husband daddy, but calling the pastor daddy. That pastor is a problem to the Sunday. This is why Christian marriages are failing. Because the pastor yet to address the main issue. This all I'm saying. And you know, so most failed marriages is from Christian marriages, and though other religion or though other tradition that got multiple wives, you don't even see no misbehavior from the woman. But our modern days wife, man, look, man, a man only need one thing. It's just respect. What's wrong with you submitting to your husband?
Thank you.
No, we'll finish with it. So,
Thank you, guys.
Can I?
If guys, I come here, I'll give you this please second. I just want to read one or two comments from our viewers here, and then again, thank you guys for staying tuned. Please share the show on YouTube, subscribe and like our show and share as well. The topic, our first conversation, is based on around the issue of shoe or men. All right, Brother Tyler said, give his point. I gave my point, and Brother Christian gave his point. You can go in our comment section, drop your points. We're not going to judge you by your points. You're not going to judge you by what you say. we're having a conversation. All right. I know that there's a slogan: "A happy wife is a happy home." Don't take it from me that because I say yes, they say, "Oh, the man of God say yes." Then you go find another woman, go bring your horse, and the woman is a problem to you. But
I want to say
we,
something.
come in. We look at we look at tradition and religion. In tradition or in some tradition, it's accepted, but in religion, Christian religion, because the Muslims agree to marry multiple, provided if you can take care of them. But Christendom, you got to also define that. In the Old Testament, I will not say it was allowed, but it was allowed by certain people. God allowed them to have that free will. But in the New Covenant, it's frowned upon. I that sitting here, will I go venture to get married to 2 wives? It's not possible for me. I can't even venture to do it. All right. So that's where that topic is going to drop down to. But give your 1 second point and then
Let me look at it from this way.
yeah.
I don't know where you guys getting your statistics from that more Christian marriages, there are more divorce in a Christian marriage. I don't know where you get it from until it's proven. But I will look
Brother
at
Christian,
it.
Brother Christian.
I'm coming now.
Yeah. But if you're asking where we're getting
But
our
listen,
statistics from,
there are
then
some people,
I can draw your attention to something.
Some
That's
of the
what I'm saying.
marriages, you may say Christian, but it's not everybody who are Christian get married. There are other people who marry, they are not Christian.
Non-religious, yeah.
Non-religious married,
Yeah.
and those marriages break up. So you don't just add everything. No. Okay, even if it is true that there are more marriages in the home, but again, you as a man,
Yeah.
before you go on that altar of the church and tell this woman, or you say to God, or make that vow, you saw something in that woman before you marry her. You get me? You saw something in that woman that you married that woman.
All right,
Because you
let's
saying
one
that
on the point. You see, let's not be
we saying that
repetitive.
the
You
woman
know?
was supposed to be submissive, which is true, but if a woman start disrespecting the husband in the home, something may have gone wrong. The women are sound people. The woman can look at you and tell you who you're going to be. These are visionaries in the home. This is why whenever...
All right. Let's
that's why we can look at it. They say the mother curse is a curse that follows you for good. Because
Okay,
why?
good,
That person
good.
determines as a person.
Listen. Thank you.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for sharing the topic. The topic is even going to get more interesting from our next question here. I'm going to pose this question to I will start from you. I'll start from Brother Titus. But guys, I'm the host here, right? I can mute your mic. So please, let's just respond. And we'll say, let's pause that with a pause so that the audience don't feel like I ain't get control of my show here about back here. All right? I want to ask you to come eat with me. I say you'll eat all. Well, anyway, guys, I'm happy you guys are here. Look, listen. So now that we've accepted, it's good to get married and everything, whether it's multiple or not. A lot of times, should an in-law, be a father-in-law, mother-in-law, live in your marital home?
You asking me?
Yes. What's your point?
No.
If you give an opinion or what you take, what's your take on it?
Look, if you come to my home on the weekend, okay, you came Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you okay. Monday, it's time to go. After 3 days, we got to sit down on round table and talk. We got to sit down and talk because I don't want no outside interference.
So while you are still flowing, I mean, if you can just give one point, and I'll go to my brother Christian.
Look, the longer you let
The in-law stay.
the in-law stays, now there will be a lot of ear feeding, and there will be a lot of opinion.
Yeah.
What you think? Oh, you don't think this? You don't think that? I think you're doing too much. Just try this, that, and and besides that, this is a union, right? Everything that's supposed to happen there need to be discussed.
All right. Thank
And
you.
it's supposed to be agreed upon.
Thank you. Brother Christian, the same question.
Yeah, narrowing it down for where
In-law.
yeah, from my
Point of view.
upbringing and my point of view, I think I would say it's okay
For the in-law to live
for
in the house
for your
with you.
in-law to live with you because your wife mother, it's okay for your wife mother to live in with you. So it's okay for your mother to live in the house with you. So you can look at it both ways. If you despise your wife mother from living with you, so your mother too shouldn't live there. Because so many times the mother-in-law, some of them are blessing to their grandchildren.
Yeah.
So I would say it's okay for the mother-in-law to live with you, to live in your house, until when she decides to say, okay, maybe she can come and spend time with you, stay with you for some time, or whatsoever it is.
All right.
Because we African, that's how we were brought up.
Right.
When you were in Liberia, your mom was living in the house, your pa was living there. All the people, all of us were in one room, two children, whatsoever, cousin, nephew, all of us were in one room. So there was no problem. We cannot look at the Western world and say, okay, no, I will put my mother-in-law outside or your mom. Because let me get a point. There are so many, most of our African people, let me say this to our African people, more especially our Liberian community. I have seen a couple of people who bring their parents here in this country, more especially their mother. And some of them say asking their mother outside. And that hurt, it get to me so badly. And it need
All
to
right.
stop.
Thank you. So let me ask a question. Maybe my brother here will help me, and you too. Has it been proven, or is it possible for the in-law to cause the divorce, the rift between the two couple? Is it possible? In fact, let me ask you, and I'll come back.
What do you mean
No,
cause
let me
the-
ask you: is it possible, or has there been a situation where the in-law, be it the mother-in-law or the father-in-law, is the reason as to why the marriage of that son or daughter break up? Have you heard about that?
Yeah.
Tyler, bro, Tyler, help me.
Yeah, it's very much possible. But before I do that, let me just take 30 seconds to address Brother Christian when he talk about, oh, it's okay for the mother-in-law to be in the house, right? I got no qualms against
Speak louder, please.
I got no qualms against my mother-in-law living in my house.
Yeah.
But guess what? Again, it will be from experience and study that I have done. You as a man, you will love your woman unconditionally.
Yeah.
But that woman got conditioned to you. And it's a fact too, because I know you always ask about things. It's a fact too. You will allow the woman mother to stay in the house or the woman relative to stay in your house. But guess what? Your own family member got a limitation. You know that? It's happening in America. Yeah.
All right.
Specifically, you talk about we the Liberians. So I will tell you, in the Liberian setting, the woman give time for your people to be there, right? And it's very much possible for the in-law to influence your marriage. Like example, you and your woman together, there haven't been no problem. But by the time the in-law come, vice versa, from both sides. When they come, they see you been loving your wife this way. You believe in your woman staying in the bed and you fixing her breakfast in bed. This is your life.
Yeah.
And blue, your relative come, either your mom, your brother, your sister, mainly the sister and the mom, right?
Yeah.
Come in the house when they see you doing that. The woman sleeping in the bed, sleeping time of the day, and you got to go to work and you wake up, you fix breakfast. And this is a culture that you're established. This is how you live. They don't even know, and they just come and start
All right,
saying that
let
thing.
me jump in.
And
Wind down, yeah.
Go ahead.
You good? So that's a very good point, right? Again, we all love our parents, right? In this case, I'll say unconditionally. We all love our parents, right? Do you know why the Bible says? Now we're going to go to the Bible. A man shall leave his father and mother and cling to his wife, and the two shall become one. There's a reason. In this case, boys don't get married, only men get married, right? A man take the decision to leave home say that woman, I will make her my wife. So you forsake all others. And that all others, they're your parents as well. Because now you are building a family of your own. That's why I will somewhat side with you. The parents can come and visit, but to live now, if the parents want to live in a home, it has to be on the agreement for both parties.
Oh, but you got it so.
You agree with me that, right?
That's what, but you can't.
But as soon as you know that there's a problem that's coming from that place, are you willing to say, Mama, a smelling problem is coming from this end? Can I find a suitable place for you where I can even love you from that end? Is it possible to do that as well?
Can I come in?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
And let's take to this subject, right?
Okay. For me, I look at it from, like I said, I narrow my topic down to where I'm from, where we're from, Liberia. Many people, many Liberians, children, boy and girl, who bring their family, their parent into this country.
Oh, we're not talking about
No,
coming
I'm
into the
coming
country.
now.
Don't forget about who put their family outside.
Okay, I'm coming. They come, for example, I sent for my mother to come live with me, right? Looking at the society that we found, that we are from, for example, Liberia. Your mom born you, she was with you, she took care of you all this year, you came to America, you're successful. You say, I don't want my mom to continue to suffer in Liberia. I'm bringing her to live with me.
So let's assume
I'm
if
coming.
we're all living in Liberia, I'm speaking from the context of where we are all there.
Even in Liberia.
Yeah, that's what I
Even
want to
in
hear.
Liberia. Okay, let me say, I'm in
Good,
Liberia.
don't put America there.
Okay, I'm in Liberia. I got married, I built a house, and
Yeah,
what
Mama
have you.
can't live
My
with
mom
you.
can't live with me.
Okay.
If
then-
all my brother and sister coming to live with me, I can bring my mom and say, Mama, come live with me. Even if I build a house, I say, Mom, you, there's a room for you. You're gonna be there.
Okay.
So it's the same with my wife,
So the
mother.
question I will ask you respectfully: what if it is
But
against? What if your wife frown upon it?
Okay, that would be a reason why my wife would be against
What
her.
whatever the reason is,
That should be a reason.
that's what I'm saying. Whatever the reason is, hypothetically, she said, "Brother Christian, your mind is the problem to why things are happening wrong in this home.
I'll have-
Y'all are living happily
Happily.
ever. Y'all are living happy ever after. Now the old man come, and I'm not. Of course, I'm citing an example. Now the old man come. There's an issue. Your wife is her happiness is not there.
No.
You know, two women are very competitive.
I'll have to get in.
They will have to struggle for the love from the son.
You have to get involved as a man to know where the problem coming from.
So at that point, you will have to see that your wife is happy too, right?
Oh yeah, I will have
So
to ask
what
my
do you
wife.
do?
If I look at my home as a man, maybe you got married to this woman and you're being happy and you notice your man came in the house and things. I know there are a couple of people who mother-in-law come in the house and things try to change. And again, men as a whole, that we were talking about multiple wives and so some men they are attracted to their mother-in-law and some mother-in-law then they are so sexy in the home and you men cannot keep your something to your pen. You want to go do some stupidness.
where he going.
Okay, and again, listen now, I'm coming now. Let's look at it from the woman. You know, do you know that there are some women, some guys in the home who can want to go after their mother-in-law?
No, that's not the
No,
point.
I'm coming. Because these are some of the. Because again, if you get your mother-in-law in the house, the old man in the house taking care of your children, doing what she have to do. We got our African
No,
mother.
we're not crossing that
our
disrespectful boundaries.
Our African, we got to take all into consideration because there are reasons why people can even bring our mother in their house and ask their mother out because number
so let's
one.
just answer the question this way,
Some
right?
of them will say, oh, man in the house, man can't do this, man can't take care of my children, man not doing what she's supposed to do.
So, Brother Christian-
all those funny excuses.
Brother Christian,
Yeah.
you want your wife happiness, right?
Yeah, mom, why need to
You
be
are
happy?
saying if the wife comes to you with a problem that you know is a problem, huh? Okay, let me just be blunt with this. You and your wife living good. There's no problem. All of a sudden, the mother-in-law comes in. Whether if it's from her side or your side, suddenly there's an issue. And she point it out to you. Husband, this issue is affecting our love and our continuation with this relationship. You will say you will go into an investigation, which is good.
Yeah.
You investigate what is it. But at the end of the day, if you find out that what she's saying is true, what do?
I'll have to talk to my mother about it.
But you still keep her in the
And
house.
no, I'll have to have a conversation with my mom.
But you still keep her in the house.
for now, I will, like I said, in a preliminary investigation, you will
God.
set your mom down and say, look, mom, since you came here, this and this have been going on.
But that's
If it is something that is consistent
Uh-huh.
as a man,
Yeah.
you will have no option but to tell your mom, say, look, mom, if you can find somewhere for her to be, she can be there. But
right.
you cannot.
I got
yeah.
you. Thank you, my biggie. Tadas. Guys, please share and like the show. Please
Because
share and like the show.
because
Please
you have to, you know,
take a stand.
No.
yeah, you got to take a stand. as
Brother
a man.
Tadas. Thank you, Brother Christian.
Okay.
So Tadas, the same thing,
Yeah.
which you've already cited, you've already answered, but in this case, mother-in-law becoming a problem.
Brother, before I do that, Brother Christian, in a marriage, does man position mean anything to you?
Make your point, brother. Don't ask.
Now, because I'm listening to everything that he's saying here, it's like the man is a subject in a marriage. Everything I
No,
see, and guess what?
okay.
We are the king in the marriages.
No, I didn't say
No,
man.
no, no. I'm basing
both ways.
I'm asking a question from everything that you say, because everything that you say is like we men supposed to be the wife.
No,
From what you say,
based on
it's
the
like
question that
everything,
Jesse asked
everything.
me.
Okay, let's leave it. You won't answer that. I agree that
No,
you won't. I
go ahead,
I
go
wasn't
ahead. Go
expecting
ahead,
you to
Tyler, make your
answer it anyway. But one thing I want us to understand, right? In-laws, more especially the female in-laws in the home, right? Living over, most people will say maybe week or two, but for me, more than 3 days, that's long. Whether it's my sister or my mom
Individual difference.
or my wife's sister or her mom. You know why? When the female get together, there are a lot of things, right? If my mom want to be with me, like you're talking, oh, your mom raised you. Yeah, my mom raised me. My mom don't have to be in my house to live the dream life that she's supposed to live. I can be her house and be there every blessed day. But for her to be in my house, yes, you can come. You can come visit. You can come for the weekend. You can come for a week. Yeah. You want to come see your grandchildren, you can come see them. If you want them to stay more time with you, you can send for them. But to come stay in the house, my brother, and you know, because why? I don't want her to change the culture I have established.
Okay, can I say something real
I
quick?
come in. It's my point, right? And keep your thought, by the way. But so if I go ahead.
Yeah, because we narrow, like you said, we were looking at it from an African perspective or whatsoever it is. And even if we come to the Western side, for example, many people who bring their parents in this country, I will look at it from two reasons. Number one, you look at it from the
You
point
got to
that
bring people in the control.
no, yeah, you look at it like this.
What Joe Baca tell you? Joe Baca say,
Look at it like many women or men who bring their parent here. No, when you come to this great country that all want to have fun, and your parents still back there suffering. Say, okay, I want to bring mama in the country to at least live some better life, because she suffered to born me and have me. So I bring her in this country to stay with me and enjoy a small life before she passes away. That one aspect. And secondly, somebody will say, oh, I got my children. You know how childcare in this country is expensive. Somebody say, okay, I bring my mother-in-law. At least she can be in the house with my grandchildren.
Well, I want you to
coming
cite
now.
your references based on your being in Africa, where you live in.
Okay.
The conditions
in
over there
Africa,
is very good.
yeah,
Don't
but
get me
I'm
wrong.
just looking at it like now. If we go back to Africa, many times because Africa is even better because why? That's the society we find ourselves. Many people want to, because we believe in living in a house with a lot of people. Look at you were born, your mom was born in a Zinran. For example, most people live in Zinran, other places. You never have better house in Liberia. Your mom live in Zinran, you got married, you got a job, you got a bigger house.
All right.
You bring your mom in to live with you, or you bring your wife mom in. And say, oh, mama, come and live with us. But like you said, if there's a problem in the home, let's say you're talking about putting her somewhere. If you cannot afford to take her out of the house, are you going to ask your mom out to leave the house because you cannot afford?
Where was she living before you brought in the home?
No, because if you tell her to leave from the Zinran, automatically she has left for Zinran.
Thank you.
With somebody, and you know, majority of 80% of the people renting.
Okay, thank you. Let me make a quick point here, and then I'll give you the last 30 seconds, and then we'll transition to something else. I want us to end the show by 7:30. My producer behind there needs his break. But let me make my point here, right? I think I cited in our first segment, a happy wife is a happy home. Most, and I say most because again, I'm a counselor. I've spoken to a lot of marriages. I've spoken to a lot of people, right? Most marriages, right, where problem is seen, most or some, if the in-law is in that home, half of the time, the in-law is influencing somebody. Now, if it is the son, we boys, we are highly loved by our mothers. And mothers, we hate to see another woman take advantage of her son. So mothers are instantly easy to get into that protective shield. Because mothers always feel like, I am the best person to protect my child.
You're looking at it from one way now.
No,
The
I'm not
woman
looking at
mother
it from
too
one
now.
way. I'm giving you a point now. I'm giving a point now.
The man's
That's why I
speaking
say
from
I always speak
perspective.
from a man's
Those are
perspective.
facts.
Oh, then it'll be injustice to the women because
But
if
fine,
you,
so
if you just look at a woman happiness,
Like,
say,
you just cut me off,
a happy woman, happy home,
Uh-huh.
you don't look at a woman mother being in the house and you the man being there, but you're only looking at your mother being in the house and the woman
I'm
mother.
citing one
The man
side
speaking
example,
in
and I will
general,
go
my
to
man.
another point, right?
No, not in general.
It's
because y'all do it
possible.
both ways.
Okay, you're right. We'll balance the argument. It's possible mothers, the eternals are way up. The woman, the wife, wants to love her husband. But the mothers, some mothers, are looking the details to see where the crack is so she can point it out to her son. You get it? And it is in that point where she, the mother, could feel that the daughter is not better, that girl is not better for her son. In other words, now, she's going to be pointing to, in some cases, not every case, she's going to be pointing to her son every crack that she sees from her lens. But those cracks were always there and they were living happily. But the son only started seeing those cracks when she came in. You get it? So if you ask me, look, nobody loved my mother more than me. Equally so, I want to love my wife more than anybody else. Maybe only God can love my wife more than me, right? Do I want my mother happiness? Yes. Do I want my wife happiness? Yes. But this is the stand I will take. I agree with you. And I agree with you. Mama, come live with me, hang around the grandkids. Better yet, you can carry the grandkids. But these two, my wife and myself, I want to be able to see the mistake that she's making. Nobody should point it out to me. I don't want somebody to say, oh, look at what she's doing. No. The Bible says a man will leave his father and mother. If mother want to follow me, yes, with few days come. Look, me, I will give my mom all that she wants, put her in the best house. But once there is the tendency of living under one roof, I'm not saying it don't work, it happen, it work. But the tendency of a crack to show from a mother's perspective, you can't fall. And that's why God made them. They are there to shield. She carried you 9 months. That's her job, to protect her son, whether she's married, whether he's married to the queen. But this is where now the boy that left his parents to cling to his wife must be able to live the man life to decide for himself to say, okay, I see this thing. Go back now to the woman's perspective, right? The woman man comes and live with us. I the man. Because women can be very enticing. I see a crack. I'm talking about an upright man, a decent man. A man go to his wife. I think your mother is causing some stuff. It could be possible the woman could just dress and leave herself somehow. It probably is not even deliberate. But the young man is not used to seeing a mother-in-law like that. So he goes to his wife, tells his wife, the way your mom dressing, I don't like it. Is that not enough for you for you, the woman, now to say, look, I think my husband left found a place for my mom? Because, again, older women are set in their ways where it's hard for you to change them. You know what I mean? And they are not doing it deliberately to want to break your home. But in other aspects too, look, mothers are changing these days. You got mothers who are having crush on the boys too. So if I go to my wife and say, your mom, I think your mom is this, I think it should be in her place too to see that she wants her husband happiness, and we go and find a better solution. So for me, in overall, what do I want? I have this house, I have my wife, I have my kids. Mother-in-law, come visit 1 to 2, 3 weeks. You go back home. But that decency, I must be able to provide it for you to where you are.
Okay, let me come in.
And take 30 seconds so that we can wind
This is
down.
where decency come in, because a decent mother-in-law, like let's say on the other hand, your wife mother, a well decent mother-in-law would not do things in her son's house or in her daughter house to entice the son-in-law. A decent mother-in-law.
What is she
Because
doing it
I'm coming
unaware?
now.
What is she doing
In
it
her
unaware?
subconscious
This is why-
mind.
Yeah.
Like you said, this is why we have conversation. Like if you look at we have conversation with her. Say, Mama, the way you dress, my husband don't like the way you dress. That's why you have conversation.
But how about avoiding all of those problems? Find out my place.
No, this is not. So, but you cannot afford to find her a place.
You afford to
you
marry?
mean you
If you
can't-
can afford to
No,
marry.
Is it everybody? Is it everybody who married can afford to build?
You're
a
right.
money
You're right.
law?
Go ahead.
The fact that is that, like you said, everything has to do with communication. Your mother-in-law coming in her, be it your husband, mother, or your father. Okay, whether the father or the mother, you're in the house, both sides, the wife or the man. Everything has to do with communication.
Yeah.
And many of our parents, like I said, a decent parent would not want bad for that, for
the child.
for that child. And most of the people that come to live with their children are older people. The people who are way, some of them are old now, some of them.
No, but
I'm coming now because you no younger mother-in-law who young will come want to live with our son-in-law.
No,
because
some are doing it. In your
like I
example,
said,
some are doing it.
like
Because
I
you got
said.
2 20-year-olds are getting married these days. So if 2 20-year-olds getting married, their parents are young. Not necessarily
That's why I
in
said
all
now,
aspects, but
that's why I said they will not want to do that. No young mother-in-law will want to live with their parent, with their children, because they want to have their own things to
so
do.
only the older folks who feel they need
Majority of the
kids.
mother and the father that live with
Alright.
their children are older people.
Thank you. Titus, we got to go to the last point. What's your take on that? But while you think about it, can I just read 1 or 2 comments?
Sure.
Let me say thanks to all of our viewers. I see your comments. I thank you. Please don't stop sharing. Don't stop liking our show. I want to thank you again. Free, my man. Brother, you disappoint me. You should have called me. Sis Ellen, thank you for staying constant. Hey, Coco. Bakayoko, thank you for watching, man. I see you. Pretty much, Sis Ellen has her nay and yeah, agree and disagree. But let me say, she said, I believe most marriages, most married couple has outside relationship other than the one they have married. Yeah, meaning they go out and cheat. Yeah,
Including the women too, huh?
most married couple. That's what she said. She didn't say men or women.
Nah, she just do it like that. She
Yeah.
want to reference
Even
only
if
the
someone
man.
is good enough, yet still, sometimes one party is not satisfied, and they go out there and cheat. That's Ellen Johnson. Very good point she made. Very good point. But a Walker, Manipake, our new Ronaldo. He said, but we are talking about marriage and not about African belief. Generally, we are talking about marriage, sir.
In Africa, we don't marry.
So I believe he was talking about, I think maybe Christian or myself, somebody. But thank you, Brother Walker, for your input. But guys, I think we've taken a good stand, good point. The last conversation for the night, and we'll not spend too long on it.
But I have to give my last son in a
Okay, go get your last comment on that.
No, but Brother Christian though, do you know the in-laws we talk about? You know, it's just from one gender that always get a problem, right?
From the female.
When the father-in-laws or the brothers-in-laws get in the house, there is no problem. But when the sister-in-law and the mothers-in-law come in the house, there's a problem, right? Will you agree with that?
I can't
But you
agree
haven't
with-
experienced that, so
I can't
so
agree
I
with that
will leave it.
because-
But then my question in general. So you know, most of we the African parents, since you always say send for your mother from Africa to come here, you know, most of our parents when they come here, they in either late 50s or early 60s, right?
In
That
the
means they stay
60s.
young, they
Yeah.
stay fresh. So when you tell me you'll be in a house, your man living in a house, in a room, in a house, and somebody see her out there, they admiring her, and you accept that person to come sleep in your house with your mother-in-law or your mom.
You asking me a question?
Yeah, I'm just asking in general, not specifically to you, but I'm just saying in general
posing
as
it
a
out
man.
there.
As a man, I wouldn't allow that.
You see the reason why I say she should go outside there and we should find her place out there. That means you got no control over her because I will bring a high tension, right, in the house, in the home, right? From both sides. Either the daughter won't like it, tension will rise, or you, the son-in-law or the son, won't like it.
Yeah.
That's just my.
So
that's just it.
let's look at the father. Will you do that with your father as well?
No.
So
That's what I'm talking about. Because
No,
if
my father.
if your
won't-
father can live with you,
No, my father not living more than 3 days in the house. My father not living more
So
than
either
3
way,
days in the house.
whatever we are
Yeah,
saying,
anyway.
either way, whatever we're saying,
Yeah.
let it not be seen as because of your wife, you hate your mom. Also, let it not be because of your mom, you will not see to your wife the plight of your wife, right? So to balance it, and me as a believer, where the Bible say, "A man shall leave his mother and father," that leaving is for you to go experience life on your own. But your parents can always be there to help guide you. Huh? It's good for the parents to come in and visit every now and then. But if you are making the decision for them to come and live, let it be based on two parties' agreement. Like I said earlier.
But it's always the case.
No,
that
it's not always the case.
Your woman will not bring in her man without you, the husband, knowing.
Brother,
It's
possible. It has
discussed.
happened. It has happened.
No, then that means there's a problem in the home now.
Okay.
Because
It has happened. It has
even
happened.
in Liberia or whatsoever we from, if before my wife can come with her man in the house, it's got to be discussed.
It has to be. But at
Okay.
the end of the day, if things start going wrong, let it be that both of you can come together and make an agreement for the betterment of the home. You agree with me?
Oh yeah, you have to agree to
Okay,
it.
so now we can proceed.
You have to agree.
Thank you. Once again, guys, if you'd like to be a guest on this show, please go into my inbox there. It's Leo Montgomery. Type. Send your questions. I just had a beautiful conversation with my sister Ellen earlier on today. We spoke on the giftings and the Holy Spirit and the gift of God. Since Ellen, I'll always be reaching back to you. But please, if you want to be a guest on this show, go in my inbox, send me an inbox. And ladies, y'all want to be a guest on the show? Contact me. You know, I want to give a special shout out to our CEO, Brother Joseph Brown. He's the CEO of Action Require Media, a young man who's doing big things. Thank you, brother. I salute you wherever you are. I also want to say a big thanks to our viewers, our guests. I will not call all of your names here, but please continue to watch, share, and like our show. My last closing conversation, and brother, I'm very happy to have you guys here. It's a very fascinating conversation we're having. And I will ask this question, right? What do you think of a Muslim man marrying a Christian wife, a Christian woman, or a Christian woman marrying a Muslim man, vice versa? What do you think about that? Just thinking about it. You're Christian. You marry a Muslim wife. Do you think it will work? What's your take on that? Why are you thinking about the same question? Or the answer to that?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, brother.
Oh, be specific. I thought you were talking to.
Okay, wake up.
I mean, I don't think there's a problem with it
yeah,
because I have seen
it worked before.
people it work. I mean, Christian and Muslim. I have seen many of them who get married and become successful.
Yeah.
So I don't think I don't see a problem with a Muslim marrying a Christian.
But let me just
But
pose
then,
one question to you. You, as a Christian, do you think your religion allows you to marry outside your religion?
Oh yeah.
Your religion allow you to marry outside your religion?
Yes, I can marry whoever I want to marry, regardless of religion.
Thank you. My brother, I think this conversation is going to be very short. What do you think about that?
I mean, society-wise, it's allowed, right? Because why? Based on where we are, geographical location and cultural and basis, right? It will be allowed to a certain extent, right? But me personally, even if for the sake of conflict of interest, it will be advisable to marry somebody from the same religion. And even if it doesn't happen now, mean that we're living in a modern world, you're a modern chick, I'm a modern dude, and we both get the right to practice our beliefs and things. But down the line, there will be
An issue.
a issue. Oh, my religion don't accept this. Like for instance, maybe the chick is a Muslim chick. I'm a Christian dude, or maybe a regular dude. I believe in eating my pork. The woman in her Ramadan time,
You're not
and you
cooking
know,
around her.
you can't cook it around her. That bring conflict of interest. She's not going to compromise her
Her beliefs.
her belief, more especially within that time. Okay, I'm a Muslim man, you're a Christian woman. Okay, this certain time of the month, you got to go do your 30 days. I'm a Muslim man, I in my mood, I need this, need that, but your belief won't authorize you to do this at this certain time. So personally, I would advise stay to the same religion person. I'm not saying it doesn't work, it works.
Let me make my decision. For me, I think I'll almost link along with you. If I'm a Christian man, I believe my wife must come from my religion. Growing up, I'll always hear my mom saying that the family that stays together prays together. The Muslim man and the Christian woman, they can't pray together because we don't even know how we're praying together. Because somebody is praying something else, somebody is praying something else. And when it comes to the child or the children, in the case where there's this man is a Muslim, half of the time when the kids are born, the man wants the children to be Muslim.
Confusion.
And
right
the
there.
woman may not want that. And that's a confusion. Even if the woman is a Muslim, where the man is the Christian, if she allows the kids to become Christian, she's only succumbing to the man's wishes. But it's not for her. But better yet, the two religions, and I say Islam and Christian because these are two religions that we see our leaders different. The Islamic says they don't believe in Jesus as God. They believe in Jesus as a Messiah, as a prophet. But I see Jesus as the Savior, right? Muslims don't see it that way. That's a contradiction in beliefs. Why would I want to marry somebody who I don't share the same belief with? It's a contradiction. Will you agree? So my stand is, I would want my wife to come from the same belief as mine. You got 30 seconds.
Okay.
Man.
This is why normally people say the man married the woman from her church and bring the woman to his church.
Where you saw that from? Where you heard that
That's
from?
why it's always the case.
Yeah,
that
but I don't-
most of the churches, most of the marriage happen in the woman church. You marry the woman from her church and bring it to the church. So it's the system with that of the Muslim.
That is called
So
ceremony.
I'm coming now. I'm coming. It's not a ceremony. Most
Go-
of the time,
go.
that what happens.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is that before a Christian marry a Muslim, the conversation should be discussed. All has to do with the two parties. Because number one, most of the time, if the man is a Christian and he married a Muslim woman, most of the time that woman gonna be converted. Because at the end of the day, you come into my home, a Christian.
So why there's no
I'm
conversion
coming
done?
now. That's why I said this is why you have to have the conversation. Because if I take you from where you were and bring you to where I am, most of the time we do my way.
So-
like we said, the man, we all say the man is the head of the home. So at the end of the day, if a Muslim woman decide to marry, or like the current generation we find ourselves, we see that happening. Most of the time, the woman is converted. It's the same opposite with that of the Muslim man married to a Christian woman married to a Muslim man. At the end of the day, if that Muslim, number one, you have to agree that you're going to be converted to a Muslim, and two, you're going to agree that you're going to have multiple mates because that's the Muslim culture. So you have to look at you have to look at it because that's what the Muslims are believed to be having multiple wives.
Yeah.
So if you, as a Christian woman, you marry a Muslim man, you should you should be willing to accept the fact that you're going to have mates in the home, and you're going to be converted. So it's normal that it's most of the time it's the case.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
But it's not like it can be done. It can be done.
Let me ask my producer behind it. How we looking? Are we good? Is it static? Is it freezing? The sound wise, everything's good on your side? We good? Okay. And guys, please, we will soon end this show. My brother Abbott, brother Gunley says, Mimi, see Teresa, what's up? All of you guys, thank you for staying tuned. We're winding down. So you are saying, you are saying the condition has to be made before you even get to the marriage.
Before you even get there.
But it's workable.
It's workable, yes.
It's workable.
Yes.
But you can marry her with the hope of converting her.
Of course, because you cannot marry. Not with the hope. Before it's done, you should all have to discuss it.
But that's what I'm saying.
Before you get
see a Muslim girl you like.
Because if I see a Muslim girl
You go
that I
and
like,
approach her. Your goal and your end game at the end of the day that she should at least become Christian.
of course,
So that's the hope of converting.
yes.
So we agree that that's what that is.
It has to
If
be
it work,
discussed.
it work.
It's work. It's
Brother,
workable.
you got
gotta make it work.
your 30 seconds.
Okay. First of all, let me correct thing, right? In the Quran or in Islam, the only thing the Muslims disagree with is Jesus being the Son of God.
Yeah.
And, looking at
But they say he's a prophet.
biologically, a man or woman got to go into a period of ejaculation to bear forth a child. So now, if they're saying this, which I agree, we Christians don't look at it that way, but it left with we Christians to convince the people beyond all reasonable doubt. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so because of that, they say because God did not have a wife, right, to have a child, so therefore Jesus cannot be the Son of God. But however, in the Quran, Jesus is mentioned in the Quran more than even Muhammad,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They call him Yeshua. Remember, Jesus never answered
You're talking about in the Quran.
in the Quran, they call him Yeshua.
They call
It's
him Isa.
No, they call him so many names.
Yeah.
Anabi Isa means the Messiah.
Yeah, Isa.
Okay,
Isa,
but they also call him Yeshua.
yeah, Yeshua. Yeah.
You remember, Jesus never answered the name Jesus.
Yeshua. Yeah.
He never answered the name Jesus.
No.
Because English came out how many years after Jesus died?
2,000, almost 3,000 years. now.
Okay. So basically, everybody in the Bible, how can even all the apostles got also Christian names?
Yeah.
And, but that's another
But it was
debate.
translated, so
Yeah, it's another debate for
That's a
another
different
time.
conversation.
And then, Brother Christian, it's true in the Muslim religion, you're allowed to marry multiple wives, but it comes with a condition, and you got to meet all the conditions. Because if you fail one, and there's a punishment for it. You're allowed to marry multiple women, but you got to love all of them equally.
yeah.
Is it
And
possible?
however, there are many Muslim marriages that is only one man and one woman. Way too many. You don't even count that many marriages that one man with multiple wives than one man and one woman. So I just want to correct that.
Is it?
So it's not always all the cases. It depends. Again, I will tell you the
But
part
I
of the
in
world.
some instances.
I said,
And So that's all. That's it.
All right, guys, let's do our closing. I would have loved for us to touch on one or two happenings in Liberia, but I don't think we have enough time. Look, guys, like I always say, we want to bring awareness to what's happening in our country as well. We have this platform to do that. But, we also speak on religion, on religious issue, on social issues, and trending issues, right? We want to be able to do that. And at the same time, we are going to incorporate sports into our conversation. We are building a sports crew, a sports team, a sports analyst, guys that will come and analyze, be it the Liberian Premiership or Premier League, European Premier League, Spanish La Liga, Italian League, why not? We want to have that balance. So, Myers, I'm coming to you right now. Free, Sam, you got to call me, brother. You got to see me. All right. So we will build this crew for the Action Required Media, and we will have women conversation on this platform. We want to have women. We'll have kids show on this platform, so that at the end of the day we have a balanced conversation. All right. But with that said, you got at least 1 minute. Do your closing, and let's close the show.
I mean, yeah, I want to thank everybody, the producer, the management team, and viewer panelists. And I also want to thank the viewers. Your share, and this is a beginning process. You know, everything is not perfect right now, but it will get okay. And they're supposed something is good. So long the people not coming to tell us, like, bro, qualifying for the next World Cup, it will be good.
All right.
Where you get the player from? They coming from Mars?
LeBron got a Premier League now. So
Okay, I'll go there.
what if it's a local player, then a foreign-based player? That's fine. But brother Christian, do you also your closing and
Oh, well, I just want to, thank you guys very much for the time given me to be here today. I encourage this whole activities because as we all live in the community, these are things we need to talk about. So kind of awareness, and this bring us together as young people within the community. And when we are coming up with these discussions, it help people to, open their minds, and talk more. And I also want us to maybe in the future we can talk about technology
yeah.
because we got a lot of experts in the IT area that can come here and discuss about some of the challenges
I
we
agree.
face
I agree.
when it comes to the cyber war and security war and stuff like that. The topic was a good one. I did enjoy the topic, and I hope that when we trying to analyze, we should look at it from both perspectives. We shouldn't just look at the men's side.
Yeah.
And I will encourage that we try to invite some women here so that they will be able to talk on behalf of the women and also back their side, because all that we discuss here,
From a
you
man's
just looking at it,
perspective.
oh man. But we look at how the women feel, how do they act, and so. And I also encourage that sometimes it's possible we can bring some people on while the conversation is going on,
Yeah.
to bring their lives so they can give their input, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. And
But brother Christian, you talk about, we can't talk about cyber something. You get president that ain't even know how to use
let
step
me-
right or then you come and talk
let me
about
make my closing.
technology.
Let me do my
What,
closing.
you get computer in, like, brother, monitoring anything?
All right. So, guys, again, I want to say thank you for being a part of this show. I want to say big thanks to our CEO, Joseph Brown. It's a small beginning. We want to be able to transform our conversation within our society here. I want all of you guys who will want to be a part of this conversation, a part of this team, send us a message, and I'm good at responding to messages. All right. We will be having we are extending this out to female. Any female who is not camera shy, if you feel like you want to come behind the camera and make your point, defend your position, then you can come on, send your message, and we'll have the balanced argument. Okay, so the balance the equation for gender balance, we'll have the conversation. But again, big ups to our CEO Joseph Brown. Thank you all. It's good having you guys, and I'll look forward to seeing you all again next week. Thank you.